Now that campaign season is really kind of boiled down to the last 100 days here or so, Kellyanne Conway is probably going to be making even more appearances on our TVs. She did the same thing, obviously, in the run-up to the 2018 elections, trying to go out there and get people to vote for Republicans. Then she had to disappear for a bit. But now she's back. And yesterday, she went on Fox News with host Sandra Smith to drop some bombs against Joe Biden. The only problem is that the bombs she was dropping were complete duds because Sandra Smith on Fox News had to call Kellyanne out for lying about Joe Biden, and Conway wasn't too happy about that. So take a look at what happened during this exchange.
He can also take those tough questions from the press. One last thing. I didn't hear Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, John Kerry, anybody talk about this virus in a meaningful, solutions-based way for months while we were here around the clock. If they've got a good idea, Sandra, they shouldn't be sitting on it till November 4th.
He's got a plan. Joe Biden's got a plan. It's on his campaign website.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
there. You can read through it. They ask for a lot
I read
more
through
funding,
it. It's not much of a plan.
Yeah.
Well, we've done 70 million tests here, and we're testing in nursing homes. We're testing on campuses as they want. We're testing. Testing is available. Point of care test, rapid test, longer test. So I read his plan. It doesn't make any sense. Thank you.
I love this clip so much because Kellyanne Conway was totally peak Kellyanne. Because at first she's like, you've got such a great plan. Why don't you tell us what it is? But they did tell you what it is. Oh yeah, sure, they told us what they did. No, it's for real. Like, it's on their website. Yeah, I know, I've read it on their website. Cool, but you did just say that they didn't have a plan. But now you're saying they do have a plan and you have read it and you know where it is. So what's the problem? You were mad that they didn't release a plan, but then at the end of it, you admit that they released a plan. You just didn't like it. But in between that, you say that there's no plan and it's not on their website. But then again, at the end, you also admitted you'd seen it on their website. So Kellyanne, I'm kind of with Sandra Smith here. I'm not sure exactly what your problem is. Because you just lied like 2-3 different times in 5 sentences. And you were actually the one who really contradicted yourself there. You're the one who outed your own lies. But to be fair, I do, to a small degree, have to kind of go with Kellyanne's point here just for a moment, just to play devil's advocate. Because here's the thing. I would get lots of angry people back in 2016 because I would do videos and I would say, well, what's Hillary Clinton's plan for this? What's her plan for this? Why is she not out there talking about it? I always made sure I said that part too because that was important. And people would say, it's on her website. It's on her website. You want to know her plan? Just go to her website. Just go to her website. You see, actually, here's the thing, folks. That's not our job. I know they have these websites so that people go to them and they can read their plans. But that's if you want more information. See, most Americans out there, they're not going to go to these websites. They didn't in 2016. They didn't in 2012 or 2008 or in any of the midterm elections since that. They really don't. Usually, the people who go to those websites are people like me because we do it for research so that we know what these people's plans are. The question is, why are they not out there talking about them to the public? Because if you do not communicate that to the public in a speech, in a press conference, in a video release, most people are never going to know. Most people are straight up never going to know because they're not going to take the time to go to the website. So I think Kellyanne, believe it or not, actually has a bit of a valid point in between all of her lies. And the point is, Biden, go out there and start articulating your plan because especially when we're dealing with the pandemic, the American public wants to know what you can do and why it's going to be better than the catastrophe we've seen so far. It's not hard to do that. I fully think you can do that. And I 100% think that you need to get on that immediately.